Something that they're not well versed in doing, and that is using voice inflection and body language. Oh my heavens. We don't do that anymore, do we? We text, we email, we don't hear each other talking, we don't see each other's body language. So they have to reach very deep into their dramatic selves and pull together a pretty interesting show. I hope you enjoy it. It's a radio show, so it's not so originally beautiful, but if you close your eyes and listen, you might just enjoy a really good story, and I hope you do. Lots of hard work. Thank you so much, everybody, and we're ready to get this started.
The Bickersons never tired. Poor husband John, a chronic insomniac and suffering from Sluggers disease, struggles during an acute patch of his ailment while Blanche Bickerson attempts to describe his symptoms over the phone to Dr. Hershey. Listen.
This is worse than ever, Dr. Hershey. Can't you come over?
Mrs. Bickerson, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm sure his condition is pretty good. I'll come over in the morning.
But he might recover in the morning, and I wouldn't want that to happen.
What?
Just wait a minute. I'll carry the phone into the bedroom, and you can hear what John's going through. You hear that?
I can't hear your husband on account of those fire engines.
That's my husband.
What? Incredible. Tell him to do that again.
I don't have to. He will.
Mrs. Bickerson, there's only one thing.
Just a minute, doctor. Oh, wait until I get the room out of the room. Now, what were you saying?
It's definitely a post condition, and that roaring indicates he's a mouth breather.
Maybe, but John isn't breathing through his mouth.
What makes you so sure?
I taped it shut with plaster.
That isn't wise, Mrs. Bickerson. I'd rather you tape his nostrils. It's less dangerous.
I tried that last night. I think my husband snores through his pores. I'd give anything if you could just cure him.
There's only one course of treatment, but it's very expensive. It'll be $200 down and $25 a month for 11 months, plus charges for extras.
Well, that sounds like buying a new car.
I am. Good night, Mrs. Bickerson.
Good night, Dr. Hershey. Maybe John's quiet now. John! Turn over on your side. Go on, John. Stop making that silly noise. I forgot to take off the tape. What's the matter with you, Blanche? Who taped my mouth? I put it to stop you from snoring.
Oh, I never heard of such a thing. You had to go and tape up my mouth right when I'm raising a mustache. Rip out every hair.
That's too bad. You've caused me enough suffering. I'd rather lose your mustache than lose my sleep.
What's the matter with you, Blanche? What's the matter?
I just can't stand it anymore, John. Night after night, I walk to the floor and just get in this state because you snarl and growl and snore and whine like a bulldozer. It's no wonder I'm so irritated and ill-tempered. If Dr. Hershey won't encourage me and try and improve my nature and buoy me up, then who will help me?
Nature boy.
Nature boy. Oh, you're so funny, John.
I'm not funny.
And what about me? I haven't slept for so long. I'm a nervous wreck. I buried my head under the pillows to shut up your snoring. And when I get up every morning, I have to cramp this collarbone.
Rub it with chicken fat.
Rub it with chicken fat. You and your stupid remedies. Huh? What do you care what I go through?
Blanche, put out the light.
I will not. Do you have that? Would you go through life like this? With a constant pain in the neck?
Well, I took you for better or for worse. Yet to come.
That's right. Pile it on. Tell people I forced you into this marriage. Did I after you?
Blanche, I want to sleep.
I did everything to deserve you, and you know it. Did I accept you the first time you proposed?
No.
Why not?
Because you weren't there.
Go on. You don't have the nerve to propose to anybody else. You sure took advantage of my innocence and you.
Oh, don't give me that. You were no spring chicken.
I must have been. I wouldn't have picked up a worm like you.
Why don't you go to sleep?
It's a different story now, isn't it? Never a kind word, never a sign of affection, never a good night sleep. And to think that you would kiss me every time I turned around.
I never kissed you when you turned around.
I've been a trusting fool all these years. I should have known you never loved me. You never did.
I did too. I do too.
You don't.
Oh, Blanche, I love you.
You're lying. Swear you love me.
I hope I drown in a pool of bourbon if I'm lying.
There's the answer to all of our problems. You think of more of a bottle of bourbon than you think of me. It's true, isn't it, John?
What's true?
You're in love with a bottle of bourbon.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Go on, say it. I can stand the truth. You give it to me straight.
It's better with soda.
Don't try and switch things around. You know you indulge in more than what's absolutely necessary. No other wife should go put up with a thing like that.
Now, just a minute. Blanche, I resent that.
I don't care.
You can accuse me of being selfish or inconsiderate or anything else, but drinking is not one of my failures.
No, it's one of your few successes.
That's not true. I don't drink more than any 6 men you know.
What?
Well, whoops. Now you cracked me into that. The only reason I use bourbon is because the doctor prescribed it. He said I would stop snoring if I took a jigger of bourbon and 2 aspirin before I went to bed tonight.
It's not what you do, though.
It is.
But it is not. You're 6 months behind on aspirin and 2 years ahead on bourbon.
Well, the aspirin gives me a headache.
You better listen to me, John. We'd get along beautifully if you think about me once in a while. If there's an extra $1 in the house, it goes for your pleasure. Only 2 weeks ago that you had your life insured for $10,000.
What about it?
You know, you're always thinking of yourself.
Myself? Now what kind of idiotic talk is that, Blanche? If I die, you get the 10,000.
You know perfectly well you have no intentions of dying.
I'll drop dead in the morning.
You only got your life insured to tantalize me.
Dang it. No, what? I'll drop dead in the morning.
You say it, but you won't do it.
Blanche, what's the matter with you? Do you realize what you're saying?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. I'm sorry.
That's okay, just calm down. Try to get some sleep.
I can't sleep. I'm too upset. You can't stand the sight of me anymore, can you, John?
I can stand it fine.
I'd like to hear that way when you talk to Gloria Gooseby.
Now don't start with Gloria Gooseby.
Anybody would be pretty with the money she spends on clothes. Every time her husband wants a kiss, she has to buy her a dress. Believe me, you got cheap wife like me. If you were married to Gloria Gooseby, you would have to pay for her kisses.
I'm not married to her, and I get them for nothing. And I hate Gloria Gooseby. I'm warning you, Blanche. If I ever hear you mention her name again, I'll...
That's right, you hit me. You've done everything else.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Blanche, would you please put out the light? I have to get up so early in the morning. Good night.
Are you angry, John?
No, I'm sick.
You hate me?
You know I do. I mean, I don't hate you, Blanche. What's the matter with you tonight? What have you done?
I've been upset. I forgot to give you something. It came for you yesterday.
A letter?
Special delivery and registered. It was addressed to you and marked strictly personal and private.
Oh, what did it say?
You need to be so snide about it, John. I wouldn't have read it, but I did accidentally steam it over when I was pouring myself a cup of tea.
Let me see it.
You can read it in the morning. Go to sleep.
I want to read it right now. Put out the lights and give it to me.
All right, here it is.
Oh, from the government.
Good night, John.
Mr. John Bickerson. Sir, in checking your return for 1946, we find you have overpaid your taxes. Enclosed find a check for $76.50. Well said. What a break. I finally... Blanche.
Huh?
Where's the check?
Huh?
Don't act sleepy now. What'd you do with my $76?
Oh, I bought a beautiful even handbag. It's sharkskin trimmed with snakeskin. And it matches my calfskin shoes.
$76 for a shark skin snake? Take it back, do you hear me?
everything up.
Could you squander my hard-earned money like this? I deny myself of everything. I've been cutting the scraps off your old garter belts and wearing them for bow ties. I have my feet hand-soled in a blacksmith just to shave on shoes. I don't even drink my bourbon anymore. I just lick the label and stick my nose in the top. I don't spend a nickel on myself.
You bought a new watch chain yesterday.
What watch chain? The zipper came off my pants. You give that money back. Do you hear
how
me?
can you do that, John? You didn't buy me anything for our anniversary. Can I keep it?
No, please. Oh, what's the use?
Can I keep the bag, John?
Oh, how I slave and sweat to bring money and soul together. Deprive myself of every tiny luxury to try to make both ends meet. It isn't worth it. One fatal swoop and she squanders 2 years' savings. What's a man got to live for? I wish I had the courage to. Maybe I will. Life means nothing anymore. It's one thing to do.
John. John.
The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet, Cato, Britt Reed, daring and publisher, matches wits with racketeers and saboteurs, risking his life, that criminals and enemy spies will feel the weight of the law by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure, The Corpse That Wasn't There. The Green Hornet strikes again. Miss Case and Ed Lowry were returning to the Daily Sentinel after lunch. The streets were crowded, and as they took their last corner, a man hurrying from the opposite direction ran into them. Excuse me, I'm in a hurry.
Hey, why don't you watch where you're going, you? I tell you, Casey, sometimes I think they need traffic lights on the sidewalk, too. You okay?
Yes, except for my handbag.
Oh wait, here it is on the sidewalk. Hey, is this yours too?
What?
This letter.
No, it's not mine. It's already been mailed, hasn't it?
Yeah, mailed and unsealed.
Alright, never mind the clear instincts. It's not right for the mail.
Nuts. I wasn't gonna open it. Well, what do we do with it? Throw it away?
It may be important.
Mr. Ernest Kegler. It's probably the joker who bumped into you. Well, why should we bother with it?
Give it to me, Larry. I'll call him up to the office. Gosh, look at the time. You better hurry. Oh, hey. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Anything important? No, it's been pretty quiet. Oh, thanks. Well, this one is time. Oh, yes, this one is someone dropped on the street. I've been trying to reach him by phone. Mind if I try now? Oh, no, go right ahead. I'll go to Melrose. Hello, switchboard? Yes, this is Lenore. Helen, will you try that number again? Yes, that's right.
Here's a letter from Tucker Bennett. She's got an officer in the wax now.
Oh, no, Africa.
Well, how about post on the bulletin board, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, Helen, oh, well, okay, thanks. Maybe he does work at a factory or someplace. No, I wouldn't bother. Goodbye. Well, still no answer.
Why not just put it in an envelope and send it to him?
I guess that's the easiest thing.
Hey, wait a minute. Is this the address?
Yes.
That's right on my way home. I'll tell you what, Miss Case. I'll drop it off there myself. How's that?
There's House. I come back in 1 moment.
Kato, you still got the letter.
Mr. Britt, please, I see something through the window. You come look.
What's that?
Please, you come with me.
Alright.
Look there, you see?
I'll be. Kato, try the door.
It's unlocked, Mr. Britt.
Come in. Watch out. Easy now.
What do you think, Mr. Britt?
Oh, it's obvious. All you need to do is level it. Where's the phone?
On table. What the matter?
I don't get a dial tone, Kato. That's odd. Yep, I thought so. Kato, this telephone wire's been cut.
Oh, that very bad.
I'll get to the nearest phone and call the police. You stay there, Kato.
Oh, this is very sad. Too bad for him. Yes. Oh, that Mr. Brett. Hello? Mr. Brett? Mr. Brett!
Get him. Now get busy.
Kato? Kato, you're alright.
Oh,
Come on now, you're alright.
oh.
That's it. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Brett, what happened?
That's what I want to know. We found you in the hole and you got a bump on the top of your head like an egg. Looks like a blackjack. Who was it?
I don't know.
What happened?
I wait in the room like you say. Then I hear door close. I think of you. I call and come out. Mr. Brett, I hear voices. Voices back in the room. Who are they?
Just the police, Kato. They're checking on the body. Forget it. No. You came out this door and then
Somebody close by would say, get him. I try to see who it is, but something hit me on the head. That's all, except where's the letter?
why are we here to deliver? Well, you had it.
I have it no more. Letter's gone.
So that's again word.
Say, Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed.
Yes, what is officer?
Hey, what kind of joke is this?
Joke?
Murder's no joke.
Sure, that's what I mean. What's the idea of calling up the police and having all this?
Here, what do you mean? What are you people doing inside my house? What are those cars outside the door?
Who are you?
I live here. My name's Ernest Kegler. What does this mean?
Now just a minute, Mr. Kessler. My name is Bree. I'm publisher of the Daily Sentinel. Tell me, what's a dead man doing in your living room?
What's that? A dead man in my living room?
Yes. Murdered.
Murdered? But I...
Now hold on, wait a minute, one thing at a time. Mr. Reed, if you're playing a joke, you're carrying it too far.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Take a look in that room. There's no murdered man. There's nobody at all.
That's right, Miss Case. I hadn't noticed myself. When I got back there, the kid was lying on the floor unconscious. I didn't even go on the board and the police just went in.
It's the strangest thing I've heard of, Mr. Reed.
The water was gone. Or, the body was gone. No trace of it. If it hadn't been for the broken telephone wire, I wouldn't be sure.
Then Kato and you both had the same dream. What are the police going to do? Send you to the psychiatrist?
Not quite. After all, they realized I was fun about nothing. They decided that Kato and I walked in on a practical joke.
Someone was just playing dead?
That's it.
Got up and beat it after Kato left the room, I suppose. What about using the blackjack on Kato? Was that to make the joke more practical?
Well, I haven't figured that one out yet.
Well, good grief. All this because you delivered a lost letter.
That reminds me. The letter was gone too. Kato had it, didn't they?
Hello, boss. Hi, Casey.
Hello, Larry. Well, Larry,
I drew a blank, boss.
you stayed with the police, didn't you?
Sure, and like you said, I hung right on his shoulders while they checked up on this Ernest Kegler guy, the one who owned the house.
It's on the level. It's his house.
He's on the level all the way. His name is Ernest Kegler. He does own the house, and he's even got fingerprint proof of identification.
Fingerprints, Mr. Reed, a criminal record.
Nuts, Casey, don't jump the gun. This guy works in a war plant. That's how we have fingerprints.
Simon here, huh?
As driven snow. I don't know, boss. Maybe you and Kato walked through a fraternity initiation.
It seems so. Somehow, I was sure that when the police investigated Ernest Kegler, they found something. Larry, you saw Kegler?
Yeah.
Did he look like the man who bumped into this case on the street?
I don't know. I didn't get a close look at that time. I asked Kegler about a letter and he said, yeah, he had lost one, but it wasn't important.
Well, looks like the end of what might have been a good story for the Sentinel. I'll see you later in this case.
But Mr. Reed, you just arrived.
And now I'm leaving. I'll tell you something else. Piper and the man I saw lying on the floor was almost like the plan. Goodbye.
Holy mackerel. Say, Casey, maybe the boss is crazy.
Mr. Brett, I think about it all day. If it were not for bump on my head, I would not be sure.
You and I are the only ones who are positive, Kato. That letter missing?
Yes?
There's something strange going on. I'm sure of it.
Yes, sir.
We've been wrong before, and maybe we're wrong again. At least we're gonna find out.
Hmm?
Well, there's no use sitting around talking about it. Maybe we can use the roll of the green plant. I've been asking the gas tank. We couldn't last week.
A few seconds later, stepping through a secret panel in the rear of a closet in his bedroom, Britt Reed and Cato went along a narrow passage built within the wall of the apartment house itself. This passage led to an adjoining building which fronted on the dark side street. Though supposedly abandoned, this building served as the hiding place for the super sleep-powered Black Beauty, streamlined car of the Green Hornet. Britt Reed pressed the button and the great car roared into life. A section of the wall in front raised automatically, then dropped into place as the gleaming Black Beauty sped into darkness.
Yeah.
Where do we go, Mr. Britt?
Same place, kiddo. Head goes home.
Where is this?
Headgo's house is down the far end of the alley. At the far end of the block. We'll leave the Black Beauty here in the alley. Here's the street. It's gonna be dark and won't be. Tatum, did you see them?
Yes, sir. Somebody going to Kegler's front door.
Well, it looked like Harry. I had him now. That was a small for it. Always mistake him.
But in this case, that's not so good for us. No.
It might turn out alright, Tatum. In fact, it might be very helpful. Come on, we'll go into the house quietly. Either one while we leave. We might get something.
No, there isn't anything special I wanted to see you about Mr. Kegler, but I just can't help feeling that the boss did run into something. He's a level-headed guy.
Yes, I understand. I read the sentence myself, but did you mistake me?
He just stopped off to do you a favor and return that letter.
Huh?
The one you dropped when we bumped, remember?
Oh, yes, but that wasn't important. Please, why don't you read the whole thing?
Oh, you know us reporters.
Oh, maybe there was somebody here. I don't know. Maybe it was all some practical joke, but whatever it was or wasn't, it's over and done with.
Okay, say, you got your letter, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yes, that's right. Well, good night.
I'll show you to the door.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
The door squeaks sometimes.
Oh, I see.
Go to the door, Tatum.
Yes, sir, we learned nothing yet.
Tatum, back to his race.
Hello? Kegler talking. A reporter is here. I'm worried. But all right, if you say so. Yes, I understand. Yes, nothing to worry about. The what? All right, I'll destroy the letter at once. Goodbye.
Okay, Kegler, hand over that letter.
What?
Look out, he has a gun!
In a house in the suburbs on the other side of the city from Kegler's home, a man named Bolton hung up the phone and crossed to another room.
What was happening to the phone, Bolton?
It was Kegler.
Oh,
Yeah, reporter from the Central is nosing around again. I told him to forget it. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
he's nervous, huh?
We can't blame him. It was pretty close.
Ja. The lucky thing that fellows that he stuck that letter and lifted it right from his hand.
I told Kegler to burn it. You read it already.
Yeah. Say, he's got to do something about, that man.
Sure.
Maybe the river?
Oh, shut up while you're thinking.
There now.
I want to double check. I'm gonna call Kegler and make sure he burns that letter. It's been 5 minutes. He's had plenty of time.
That letter would mean I'll finish if it got in the wrong hands.
Yeah. Huh. Funny. No answer. I wonder what happened.
Still no answer?
Yeah, still no answer. How many times is that?
I don't know. 10 maybe.
It's been almost an hour.
Maybe he went out.
Sure he went out. Go by. It's almost midnight. He said nothing's going to fall about.
Hey,
Yeah? Come in. Oh, so you came here.
Yes?
So where you been? I've been calling you.
I didn't bring the letter, Bolton, and there's somebody who knows about it.
now, what's eating you?
Come in here. It's dark out there. Come on in.
Yes.
Alright, then let's have it. Now, what's happened to the letter, and what do you mean somebody knows about it?
I can tell you, Bolton.
You're masked!
The Green Hornet!
Leave it there. Reach the gun, and I pull this trigger.
Hey, what's this all about? Kegler, you put a fast one.
Don't blame him. He shot at me. Just his tough luck that he missed, that's all. Now, how much is this letter worth, Bolton?
Nothing. Why?
And what happened when man was killed in Kegler's home?
What about the man?
Funny of it, Manheim.
Oh, don't kid me, Bolton. You covered up pretty fast, but I thought it was finding things out. Who was the dead man?
You off the beach.
Was he somebody who knew yourself? Or maybe this Kegler's a fake? Maybe the dead man was the real Kegler?
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Police might think so.
Don't give me that. You're the hornet. You wouldn't go to the police.
If I can't get it from you, maybe I can get it from your stooge here. Come on, Kegler. Come on, we'll let Bolton think about it.
Stay here, Pepper.
He's coming with me.
No, he's not. I don't think you can handle him the right way. No, me and Manheim can do that. Now get that gun.
Stand to one side, I can't shoot.
You won't get a chance.
Get him, Manheim.
Good go, good go, gas!
That gun, it didn't make a sound.
Okay, Kegler, come on. Close your mouth. You look like a fish. Hold it. What's back there?
A garage?
All right, you take it. All right, you go first. We'll take the driveway.
Hello?
Right here.
I'm finding something out.
Just a minute. Kegler?
Yes?
Welcome to the garage and stand with your back to us. Remember, we'll make a perfect target against that white background, so don't try anything.
Mr. Britt, I look in the garage. I look in the back. There's a big heavy trunk. You were right, Mr. Britt.
I was, huh? Fine, that's all I want to know. Now, we'll leave a note for Bolton and Manheim. We'll see that Kegler gets back to his house and gives us a note until tomorrow night.
Manheim, wake up. Come on, step out of it. Come on, come on.
Oh. There's my gun. There's my gun. Oh, it's you. Is he gone?
Yeah, you make him the boat. I found this.
It's got the Hornet seal on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll give you one more chance to talk money. Don't try anything till I call. You will be watched.
I guess he means business.
Yeah. What about the garage?
We better do like he says, Manheim. We just sit tight and wait.
Hello? Yes, this is Kegler. No, I'm sorry. I won't be to work today. Goodbye.
City room, at Lowry talking. What's that? What? Yeah, what about Kegler? Huh? Say, who is this? I said, who is he? Oh.
What is it, Larry?
Some guy said if I wanted a store, I should go see Kegler again.
Again?
Yeah, tonight around midnight. And I don't even know who called.
Hello? Is that you, Bolton? I saw it last night, remember? That's right. Sure, stick around. I'll see you again. Say around 9 and 9:30. No trips this time.
I've been watching from the windows. I haven't seen a thing.
He'll be around. He said so.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll get the money from him.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I wish he had taken care of that, in the trunk in the garage.
And have the Hornet find out?
Maybe he already knows.
Maybe. But I'll tell you one thing we gotta do.
You mean Kegler?
Yeah, he's scared silly. He's already talked to the Hornet. How much we don't know. But he might talk to the police if the pressure gets strong enough. We gotta take care of him.
Kill him, huh?
Yeah, we gotta do it soon. We can't go.
That's the back door. The Hornet?
Yeah, who else? Keep a gun on his side, man.
Don't worry. I don't take chances with that fella. What are you waiting for? Open the door.
Look at the glass, Manheim.
It's a shadow.
No, it looks as if he's leaning right against.
Ah, you can't tell. It's a glass you can see through.
There's something weird. Well,
Look up, Bolton. It's the body from the trunk in the garage propped up against the door.
well, who put it there? How did...
I did, Bolton.
It's a Hornet.
You know about it?
And I want to know a lot more. This man, he's dressed something like Kegler. Looks a lot like Kegler. Who was he? What was his name?
Forget it, Hornet. This doesn't concern me.
When I'm mixed up in something, I want to know all about it. Now, come on. Who was he?
He's... Kegler.
Kegler? Oh, I get it. You mean the real Kegler?
Yeah.
Your friend who calls himself Ernest Kegler?
He's...
Never mind. I can figure it. He took this man's place, didn't he? Took over his home. This man was kept a prisoner in his own house. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's it.
And when that newspaper publisher told the police he found a dead man there, this was the man he saw?
Yeah, that was why we were out of the house getting the car. And when we got back, we slaughtered the man we found there, and
Took the body out fast. What was the reason for all that, Bolton?
I wanted our man to get a job at a war plant. And by using this one job of his, he got a good job.
Preparing for sabotage, eh?
Something like that.
Something went wrong and you had to kill him.
A letter came with the code message. Somehow the real killer got hold of it. He got out of the house and was on his way to the police. He saw us trailing him and got scared. He dropped the letter.
We got off with him a couple of blocks further on and took him back to the house.
So that's why the letter was important.
Yeah. Look, Hornet, there's two things we've got to do. We need the letter and we've got to take care of this body.
It'll cost you money.
Here's plenty. Well, I'll give you a...
I'll take it all, thanks. What about your partner?
Pepper.
Okay, well, for that convenience. These numbers might spill everything.
Certainly, we got to get rid of this.
Shut up, Manheim! I was working on that, Hornet. I haven't got any ideas.
I have an idea, Bolton. I might as well earn this money. It's a pretty good idea. How about making it look like a murder and a suicide?
Murder?
Yes, with your friend there is a murderer and suicide. I'll explain it later.
What?
When we get to Kegler's house, of course. Now, suppose you take this man over there in your car. No trips. I'll be driving right behind you.
We close now, Mr. Britt.
Yes, there's right in the corner. No, follow them. We'll stop at the house, all right? Turn here, in the alley. Now, come on. We'll go into the house the back way. Be very careful. Larry will be prowling around nearby.
Larry, isn't that Pepper's house?
Yeah, Casey, it's too early for me to make my call.
Look, there are two men going towards the front door. They're carrying another man.
I say that guy's either had one drink too many or... Holy mackerel, wait here, Casey.
Larry, what's going on?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go listen to the window. Casey,
What is it? What did you see?
they're inside now. That man they were carrying was dead. He's on the living room floor and the Hornet's there too.
Good grief.
I'll keep watching. You get to a phone and get the cops here as fast as you can.
I don't understand.
I don't understand why you brought him back here. I don't see why.
Okay, Kegler. I'll clear it up for you. Manham, give me your gun. Or the pencil first.
Here you are.
Thanks. Kegler, this is the gun Manham used to kill that man. Now, the idea is to use it on you, then leave it in your hands.
No!
Yes. It'll appear that you murdered that man, and now you commit suicide.
No, Bolton, don't let him!
Shut up, Kegler! That's the way we want it. That makes us safe. Get it? Then the Hornet gives us that letter. We burn it. Hey, what's that?
Police cars, they're outside.
Police! Hornet, hurry up! Shoot it! Just shoot it!
I will, Bolton, but not with your gun, with mine.
Hey, what good's that? That's just gas. He'll wake up.
Yes, Hornet. Yes, Bolton. He'll wake up and talk to the police, and you'll go to jail.
Bolton, he's been fooled. Get him! Get him!
You're too late.
I can't breathe.
Hurry, Mr. Britt, police.
Yes, Dale. Out the back way. Remind me to send this money to the USL.
Break the door down. In here, this room, will all be. Are they all dead?
No, just one of them. I saw the whole thing from the window, Sarge. And unless I'm nuts, you'll have a spy story that'll hit the headlines.
That's fine. What happened to the Green Hornet?
Extra, mystery murder spy tells all. Read all about it. Green Hornet still at large. Extra.
You have just heard the adventure, the corpse that wasn't there. These exciting dramas are sent to you each week at the same time. The copyrighted features of the Green Hornet Incorporated. All places, characters, names, and incidents used in the story are purely fictitious. Sarah Todd speaking.
time and space, told in future tense. Dimension X. Can you predict what will come in 100 years, or in 10, or in the next minute? Some people think they can. Nuclear scientists, mathematicians, astronomers, biologists. They'll predict the shape of the future. Why? Because they make the future. Because they see beyond the known dimensions of time and space into the unknown, dimension X. We go ahead in time now to 1965. We're on a vast concrete runway set in the desert of the Southwest. A giant metal ship stands before us, prow pointing to the stars, and in 5 minutes, single flash, it will tear up through the atmosphere to the outer limit.
Attention, attention. Clear field for takeoff. Clear field for takeoff.
5 minutes, Steve.
Right.
Warm her up, Charlie.
Turn her over.
I want to go over the procedure again, Steve.
Don't worry, I've got it straight.
Just make sure.
Okay. I take her up with the jets to 50,000, and then I cut in the rockets.
No lower, or your tail blast will blow out 3 counties.
I climb 4 minutes on the rockets, then start the maneuver test.
Remember that. No more than 4 minutes.
Right.
This ship isn't like those strato rockets you've been testing. She's the first one built for outer space. If she works, we can clear to the moon.
If I'd known that, I would have brought my toothbrush.
Well, not this trip. Now get this, Steve. You've got the power there to clear the Earth's gravitational field. But remember, after you cut in those rockets, we've only got 10 minutes fuel. If you go beyond the outer limit and don't save fuel for the return...
I know. I won't get down again.
That's right, Steve. You'll drift off into space. Get that now. 10 minutes fuel.
Gotcha.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, this project is a lot more important than that cosmic ray bomb they're testing out in the Pacific tonight.
Well, Security Commission Brass doesn't think so. I don't see any undersecretaries under anything.
Don't worry. In the long run, our ship will make the CR bomb back page stuff. But in the meantime, it's just as dangerous. Remember, half the principles on this ship are pure theory. Steve, slide rule stuff. If anything goes wrong, we may have to scrape you off the landscape with a soup spoon.
You have a charming sense of humor.
Now here's what I'm getting at. We're risking your neck on this test. If anything blows, we don't want the next guy to be a goner.
I know, Hank.
So keep your mic open and keep talking. If anything goes wrong, we want to know exactly why, and we won't be able to ask you. Let us know before you pull every switch, before you do anything. You got that?
Yeah.
Even if we only have to blow your nose.
All right, get those fuel lines away.
Okay, Mr. Pearl.
Well, I guess that's about all, Steve.
That reminds me. Look, if Mary calls, I'm just up on a milk run. I didn't tell her today was it.
How is she?
She's okay, but she's due about now. I don't want her to be nervous.
Hey, I didn't know the baby was that close.
Yeah.
Steve, I really ought to sending a single man on this job.
What, and coming out of a self-paid check? Forget it, Hank. You know you can't get anyone else who can take 15 G's acceleration when those rockets cut in.
Yeah, I know. It's time, Steve.
Yeah. Well, see you later. Don't worry, Hank. I'll sweat for both of us. Button her up, Charlie.
Yep.
So long, Hank.
So long. We'll give you the light from control.
X2R2 control, X2R2 control. Are you there yet, Hank?
Okay, Steve, got you on the speaker. We're ready to go.
Mr. Hanson.
Ready on radar, Sergeant?
Check. Mr. Hanson, you'd better see this.
What is Elsie?
Message sent in for Steve. Mrs. Weston just left for the hospital.
What? Hello, Steve.
What?
Stand by a minute.
Shall we hold the takeoff, Mr. Hanson?
What? Oh, yes. No, just wait a minute. It's too late now.
Aren't you gonna tell him?
Maybe he's got enough to worry about.
Hey, what's holding us up, Hank? Is something on your mind?
No, it's nothing, Steve. I just want to say good luck. Clear for takeoff, Charlie?
Right.
Okay, give him the light. All right, Steve, I'm reading you clear.
I'm at 40,000. Airspeed 600. She's running fine. The soundproofing works. There's a 3rd-degree waiver in the AGY pressure.
Got that, Charlie?
Check.
That's on our radar, Mr. Hanson. 50,000 now. Cutting out the port jet, and now the starboard. I'm off jets. Airspeed dropping. Opening the rocket selects. The switch sticks low, Charlie. Actually, out the hull. The pressure is 53. All right now. I'm advancing the ignition key. Here goes rocket 1.
Steve, you all right?
Yeah. It feels like someone slugged me with a sledgehammer. Airspeed now at 1200. Here goes number 2.
Hello, Steve. Elapsed rocket time is now 4 minutes. What's your altitude? Over to you.
Speed 4400. Still climbing. Altitude 297 miles.
All right, you're at the outer limit. Level off from the maneuver test. You've got exactly 6 minutes fuel left.
Okay, starting a 3-degree left bank. It's a little sluggish there. It's all right now. There's a low vibration someplace, maybe the cockpit hatch. Now I'm straightening out.
5 minutes fuel left.
And now I'm starting a 3-degree right. Hey!
What's the matter? What's wrong?
There's something up here, something shining.
What are you talking about?
There's something above me, Hank. I'm gonna chase it.
Steve, you're at the outer limit now.
I can see it plain now.
Steve, don't go any higher. You've only got 4 minutes left. You've only got...
There's too much static. I can't hear you, Hank. It's dead ahead now. I'm gonna make a pass at it and get a good look. Hey, it's swerving to meet me. It's dead ahead now. It's dead ahead.
Hello? Hello, Steve. Steve, come in.
9 minutes, fuel gone.
Still no sign on the radar.
Hello, Steve. Steve, what's happened? Charlie, get out the crash squad. Tell the Army squadron to alert their search planes.
Right.
9.5 minutes.
Crash squad. Crash squadron? Hello? Charlie, doctor from Mr. Ransom. We need a search squadron. No, Mr. Ransom's busy.
Hello, Steve. What's happened? Where the devil is he? Hello? Come in, Steve. Come in. Hello, Steve. Hello, Steve.
10 minutes, Mr. Hanson. That's the end of his fuel.
How long has it been now?
10 hours, Mr. Ransom.
Nothing more on the radar, Sergeant?
Colonel Curley called in. Search planes are back. They didn't find anything.
There should be some trace.
He couldn't have bailed out, could he?
You don't hit the silk at 4,400 miles an hour. He either went past the outer limit and ran out of fuel, or something blew and we'll find the pieces scattered from here to the coast. Why does it always have to be the best man? Always the best man.
I'll get it. Control? Yes. I'll take it. Is that so? All right. I'll tell him. All right.
Charlie, you know, we've got to figure out what was wrong.
Yup.
Something must have blown.
Mr. Hanson?
Yes?
There's a message from Northside Hospital for Steve. Mrs. Weston's fine. It's a boy.
Thank you, Elsie. It's a boy, Charlie. Fine, it's a boy. He didn't even know she went to the hospital. How am I going to tell Mary that?
It wasn't your fault, Mr. Ransom. The ship had to be tested.
Yeah, we'll build another one and some fine girl will shoot past the outer limit to space. Oh, I'm getting old, Charlie. You can remember when I used to take one myself. Now I've got to send other men.
It's your job, Mr. Ransom.
Now I'm afraid. Every time I hear a jet go off, I jump. Every time I have to send somebody up in a new model, I start to sweat.
Mr. Hanson,
Yeah?
I think there's something on the radar.
No flight scheduled in, are there, Elsie? We have the whole day cleared.
It's coming in behind us. Here it comes over the building.
What crazy jockey is buzzing the field like that? Is that an army plane, Charlie?
I can't say.
It's turning.
Charlie, alert the field. I know that engine. Steve!
That's impossible. That's the ship.
It can't be.
Well, there's no other model like that. It's Steve, all right. It's coming in.
Thank God. Thank God. All right, sit down, Steve. The quicker we get this done, the quicker you get over to see Mary and the baby.
Hank?
Elsie, give the order to check and refuel the rockets. I don't want anyone in here until I get Steve's reports. Bury any calls. All right, let's have it. What the devil happened to you?
Hank, does that cosmic ray bomb still go off tonight?
What are you talking about? Straighten out, Steve. Where have you been for the last 10 hours?
Listen, Hank, there's something more I've got.
Come on now. I've got to get to a report on the screen to Washington. So let's have it. I've got to know how you stretch 10 minutes fuel to keep you in the air for 10 hours.
Now, one more thing before I
Look, Steve.
have the gang on my run over the ship before they refuel.
What'd you run into?
So help me, Hank. I don't know. We better check and make sure it isn't radioactive.
Elsie, add a Geiger report on the standard check. Steve, maybe we better have the doc look you over too.
No, I'll be alright. They said I'd be alright.
They? Look, son, I know you've had a tough time, but we've had this field on alert for 10 hours. One of the Army boys cracked up looking for you and he's hurt bad. So let's have the story, let's have it straight.
I don't know how to tell you, Hank. I saw something up there.
At 300 miles?
I chased something up there, Hank, and I caught it.
Now don't hand me that.
Listen to me. I was cruising along, just starting the right bank when I spotted something. It must have been going about half my speed. It was egg-shaped and smooth. I made a pass at it, and I was coming back for another, and then there was a humming sound.
A humming?
Sort of a vibration. And I blacked out. I was headed straight for it at 4,400 miles an hour. I thought it was going to be the biggest smash since Hiroshima, and Hank, is there a drink in that bottle?
Never mind that, Steve. What happened?
I came to inside their ship.
Steve, this whole thing's been a devil of a strain on you. I'm gonna call Major Donaldson from the Army base. Ask him to sit in.
Psychiatrist? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let him run his tests. They'll tell you I'm not kidding. Because, Hank, unless I miss my guess, I've just been tipped off to the way the world ends.
All right. Mr. Winston, suppose you continue your story.
Yes, let's have it, Steve. You woke up inside the ship?
Yeah, and the place was jammed with machinery. Then all those blinkers, I couldn't recognize anything.
And you were surrounded by these men from Mars?
I didn't say anything about men from Mars. I didn't even say they were men. I couldn't see them clearly. They were just there.
Where did they come from then?
Another galaxy, millions of miles outside of our solar system. That's all I know. You figure out where they came from.
And they came all that distance to find the Earth?
Yes.
They tell you that?
Yes.
You mean they spoke English to you?
No, they didn't. That's funny. I hadn't thought. They didn't really speak to me at all. They just planted the thoughts in my mind.
You mean thought transference? Telepathy?
That's right.
Well, Steve, we'll rob him here.
We did, Hank. We rang their bell and we dropped them in.
Well, how?
With our atomic explosions, Hank. That's where you've got to stop that bomb test tonight.
Oh, I give up.
Look, you've got to believe me, Hank. How can I make you understand?
Would you submit to narcopsychometry?
What's that?
Under proper drugs, I can put you back into this ship by suggestion. Then we can get a playback record of your memory pattern on the audio circuit.
How long will that take?
Half an hour? We'll have to go up to the lab.
Would you believe me if it checks?
It will give us an accurate memory picture of what your mind reports.
All right, let's go. Hank, you've got to believe me. We haven't got much time.
You should be getting drowsy. Now, count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6. He's under. Now we attach the head plate electrodes. The portable pickup. Look out for that wire, Mr. Henson. 31.3. Now throw that switch, Mr. Manson. I'll have to start him off by suggestion. Alright, Steve, you're in your ship now. You're in the rocket.
Okay.
You're in the rocket. You're in the rocket. And you just sighted something strange.
Now I'm starting a 3-degree right.
Well, what's that?
Hey, there's something up here. Something shining.
It's memory pattern. We're picking it up electronically.
There's something above me, Hank. I'm gonna chase it.
Type through the audio circuit.
I'm getting static. I can't hear you, Hank.
This is where we lost contact with him.
I'm gonna make a pass at it. Hey, it's swerving to meet me. It's dead ahead now. It's dead ahead.
Now what?
This is where you blacked out. There's no telling how long. Minutes or hours.
Well, what's that, guys?
I don't know. Quiet.
Where? How did I get in here? Who are you?
Is he seeing them?
Intergalactic Patrol? What's that?
What are they saying, Steve? What are they saying?
It's about nuclear fission. They know about it. They know the danger of it. Long ago, they had wars that almost destroyed them, and finally they've learned. Now they've outlawed war.
Go on, Steve.
They patrol space. When their detector picks up an atomic explosion, they send a patrol.
Well, what are they gonna do?
They've quarantined us.
Quarantine?
They've isolated the Earth because we don't know how to control ourselves yet. Until we learn, we'll be a menace to the whole universe.
What is this nonsense?
Quiet. How are they gonna do it?
They spread a layer right here of, I don't know how to call it, all around the Earth. It's miles deep. When there's an atomic explosion on Earth, the radioactive particle can drift up this layer and set up a chain reaction. It'll go around the world in microseconds, and that's the end.
The end? What's he? Wait.
Yes, I understand. I've got to bring back the warning. You're going to put me back on my ship to bring back the warning.
Now what?
He's blacked out again. I guess that's all.
What does all that mean?
It's what he remembers.
You don't think that really happened?
No, the narcopsychometry circuits produce what he remembers. It just means that Steve believes this happened.
I don't like to see this. I've seen way too many test pilots now. This Steve is the best I've known. How bad do you think he is?
Frankly, outside of the presence of this well-organized hallucination, there's no sign of unbalance. It may not be too serious. If he had a more plausible story, I'd be inclined to believe him.
Why, Hank?
It's all right, boy.
Did you hear it, Hank? You understand?
Sure. We've been quarantined.
Let me give you something to make you sleep, Steve.
But don't you understand? They fixed it so if we set off one nuclear explosion, that'll be it.
Of course. Don't roll your sleeve down.
You don't believe me.
Now take it easy, Steve.
that test tonight. They're setting off the CR bomb. Hank, what time is it?
11:20.
Well, it's scheduled for midnight. Hank, we've got to stop that bomb.
Steve, let Donaldson give you the hypo.
Hank, you've got to believe me. I saw them. I got the warning. If we touch off that bomb tonight, it'll be the biggest galactic 4th of July of all time. The whole Earth will glow like a Roman candle. April 10th, 1965, the end.
Now look, Steve, you better calm down. Don't you want to see Mary and the baby? You've got a new son, remember?
Well, that's just it. I want to see my son. I want him to live. If that bomb goes off, Hank, we've got to stop them.
Mr. Hanson, I think we'd better get over to the base hospital.
Hank, you've got to believe me.
Yeah, sure, Steve. Maybe there is something to it. Look, it's out of your hands. I'll put it in a report and shell it to Washington in the morning.
In the morning. There isn't going to be any morning, Hank. Don't you understand? You have to go to Washington now. Get the head of security commission and postpone that test.
Now, you know I can't do that, Steve. My neck could be out of mine. Besides, this is 1965, not 45. 20 countries have atomic bombs now. What's the use of stopping just this one? The rest will keep on right on having them on.
Well, we'll have to call an international conference. Can't you understand, Hank? The first one that goes off finishes us. It's the end. They've given us the quarantine warning.
Steve, I think you better go with us to the base hospital.
But
Look, Steve, we can call for detail if we have to.
all right, I'll go with you. I don't need a stranger.
That's the way, Steve. You'll probably feel better by morning. Let's go.
Well, Steve, tomorrow I'll drive you over to the hospital to see Mary and the kid.
Sure.
Look at the ship under the floodlights. Pretty, huh? You'll be flying her again soon. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I guess so. What's you doing out on the line? They refueled her.
Yeah, we got Clausel's coming in tomorrow from Denver for another test. Figure we give you a day off.
That's good. That's fine.
Steve, come back. Come on, Donaldson. Steve, wait. We can't get out of now. The covers are her glass.
He's waving.
Yeah, towards control. It's the radio. Can we use the radio? Come on.
I should have gotten help.
Good thing the radio's still hooked up here. Hello, Steve?
Listen to me, Hank. You've got to call Washington now.
Come on out of that rocket, Steve.
I'll call my medics.
Don't try anything, Hank. They refueled the rocket for tomorrow.
Take it easy, Steve.
You know what'll happen when I fire the rocket tubes down here?
Steve, don't.
I'll burn out every building for 5 miles. All of us in one big flash.
Steve, what do you want?
You've got to stop that bomb. You've got to call Washington right now.
They won't believe me.
You made that call or I cut in the rocket. Now I mean it, Hank. Now hook my screen to yours in parallel. I want to see exactly what you're doing.
All right. But just don't fire those rockets.
Get going, Hank. You've got 12 minutes to make that call and stop that bomb.
All right, I'm making the parallel hookup right now. Donaldson, do you think he'll really blast?
I don't know. Up to now, I'd say he was almost normal. But now, he's liable to anything, Vincent.
Steve, there. Are you getting on your screen?
Yeah, now put that call through.
All right.
Operator,
Visit screen to Washington.
the versus screen circuits are busy, sir. We'll be trying in half an hour.
This is Security Commission priority. Break in and get me a line.
Yes, sir. Just a moment, please.
10 minutes, Hank.
Listen, Steve, I'm trying.
They're ready to take your call, sir.
Washington, Security Commission 3. This is urgent. I want Undersecretary Herbert Ames.
Washington 3. One moment, please.
Hurry, will you?
One moment, please.
What time is it, Donaldson?
11:51.
Do you think he'll fire those rockets?
He might. Washington,
This is screen 3. Mr. Herbert Ames, please.
that is a coded exchange. I cannot accept a call without clearance.
Get it through, Hank.
Listen, Washington, put it through. This is Mr. Hanson at San Marco Air Base. This is a priority call. I'm coded.
1 moment, please. I'll check the code number.
Get that through, Hank. That bomb goes off at 12.
Be reasonable, Steve.
Your call has been cleared. San Marco. Washington, visit screen 3. Herbert Ames, please.
Security Commission Ames.
Listen, Ames.
Oh, hello, Hanson.
Ames, you gotta give me to the chief.
Are you kidding? He's at the test control room.
Yes, I know. But get him for me.
What's up? Look lousy. Or is it a bad circuit?
There's no time. I gotta get to him before the test. It's about the CR bomb.
I can't take that responsibility.
Get that through, Hank, or I blast.
What's going on there?
Ames, my project has high enough rating. This is priority A call.
Look, okay. It's your neck. I'll try and get it for you. He's in the control room, so you have to switch off your screen and speaker and go on earphones. Too much going on there. Security.
You hear that, Steve? I gotta cut the incoming screen.
All right, but don't try anything. 8 minutes, Hank.
Hello, what?
You got it, Hank?
Yes, this is Hanson at San Marco. No, sir. Priority A requests to cancel the bomb test. No, I'm serious. This is deadly serious. We sent the X2 JTR today to the outer limit. We uncovered evidence. Yes, on the automatic instruments. What's that? No possible chain reaction. No, I can't tell you the whole story. There isn't time here. Yes, I'll bring the readings into Washington in the morning. You've got to postpone that test till you see them. Look, I've worked on the contracts with the Commission for 10 years. Yes, I have complete confidence in my information. You will report that. Yes, I'll call you back immediately. Goodbye.
Hank?
He's agreed to cancel, Steve. The bomb won't go off. All right, boy, you can come down off that ship.
He's opening up. Here it comes.
All right, Steve, come down.
Sure, Hank. Just a second. Hank, I was scared. I was pretty scared.
Easy now, it's all over. The bomb won't go off.
Thank God. Look, I want to see Mary and baby. Can you get me transportation now?
Wait a minute, it's almost 12. They won't let you into the hospital now.
I want to see the baby.
Sure you do, but you've been under a strain. I've got a shot for you, here, Steve. It'll give you a good night's sleep. All right, roll up your sleeve.
Yeah, sure.
That'll make you sleep. The sergeant will find you a bed.
Yes, sir. Promise to last.
Okay. Good night, Hank. I'm kind of weak. It's been a tough night.
It sure has. I thought for a minute he was going to blast those rockets and send us all to kingdom come.
Yeah.
What is that, getting that ray bomb test called off?
It isn't called off.
But the chief said,
Ames couldn't get the chief. I was talking to a dead circuit. Bomb goes off in a couple minutes.
oh, poor Steve. He was one of the best.
He was the best.
1 in 10 million. Some story of this poor guy. For a while, he almost had me believing in that quarantine. It's a very common delusion. End of the world.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's a nice night. Never saw the stars so bright.
We'd better be getting in. That wind is cold.
That bomb goes off in 30 seconds. Poor Steve.
You know, Hanson, there's just one thing.
Yeah?
It's outside of my field, but I'm curious. How did he keep that ship in the air for 10 hours with only 10 minutes fuel?
You have just heard The Outer Limit by Graham Dorr, an adventure in time, space, and the unknown. Dimension X.
The groom, Arthur Hornsby, is no friend of Nick's. The bride, Jane, is breathtakingly lovely, a fact which does not escape our hero.
When did we kiss the bride?
And the ceremony's over, silly. Why do they always mumble the ceremony into their beards?
The minister doesn't need to remind people of the rash promises they made when they get married. Look, Jane's trembling.
I know. Poor girl, she's probably crying.
What for?
For the same reason every bride cries. They wait for all the men they have to give up. Boom.
Well, you didn't cry.
Well, I meant to, but I was too busy trying to make the justice of peace remember all his lines.
You knew them better than he did.
I wanted to make sure I was thoroughly married.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss bride.
Come, dear.
But don't I get to kiss the bride?
Not yet. Arthur told me to meet him in that little room on the side right after the ceremony.
Why?
I don't know. He said it was important. Open the door.
All I can say is that's no way to treat a wedding gift. Huh, no one's here.
Here they come.
No, over here.
Arthur, I want to wish you and Jane every happiness.
Thank you very much, Mom.
Best of luck, Arthur, and, may I?
You mean Jane?
I'd be very disappointed if you didn't. What are you waiting for, Nick?
Jane, you know I wish you the best.
You don't have to wish so hard, Nick.
Oh, I don't mind it, Nora.
You brought a fine wife here, Arthur.
And that's the opinion of an excellent judge of wives, Arthur. But aren't you keeping the other guests waiting? I'm sure they want to congratulate you and Jane.
That's just it. He's afraid to go out there.
You can't disappoint the girls, Arthur.
You don't understand. We're having some trouble.
Really? What's the matter?
Well, we don't know. Arthur, tell them.
Nick, will you and Nora take our place tonight? It'll be better all around.
But why? I'm not sure I understand.
Duck, darling.
I'm kind of rich to have at this wedding. Their shots came from back there. Someone put a gun through the door and fired it.
Did you see him?
No, my back was towards him. I'm going to open the door and take a look.
Where does it lead?
To the hotel corridor. Whoever fired their shots has to be gone by now. Take it easy, Jane. Shots don't mean a thing unless they hit you.
I'm so frightened. This has been going on ever since we've been married.
Jane, you've only been married for a few minutes.
That isn't true. Jane and I were secretly married 2 weeks ago.
I jumped the gun.
We just rented this to satisfy relatives and friends. But from day after our marriage, someone's been trying to kill us.
Now, darling, well, let this upset you. I mean, you can only die once. Dick and Nora will help us, won't you?
Where were these murder attempts made?
The first one was in a room in a small hotel in New Jersey. The second night after we were married. There were 2 more attempts in a small hotel in Vermont.
It's awful. You've got to help us, Nora.
Arthur, why should anyone want to kill you?
Well, I don't know. Unless it has something to do with all that money my dad left me. You know, I came to the estate the day I was married. Maybe someone's trying to terrorize me, extort money or something.
Well, did you inherit a lot of money?
Well, quite a bit.
What kind of honeymoon can we have if we're always afraid of being killed? I want a live-living husband for my honeymoon.
There's Nora. Nora will keep me alive. Nick, I've worked out a plan.
Yes.
For this honeymoon, you be me, beginning right now.
What?
Nora can put Jane's bridal veil over her face and rush out. You can turn up your collar and no one sees how old you are. You can pass for me.
And Nora can pass for me.
We reserved you my honeymoon suite at the Gilded Towers Hotel. You take that suite, we'll take your apartment.
They need to be killed instead of us.
Well, Jane, I don't really like being killed.
But Arthur says you've done it so often.
Of course he has. And we'll find out who's trying to harm you. I think it's a great idea. But we have such close to complete deception.
All right, the boys from behind that screen.
Great. Come on, Nick.
I'm not sure I'm gonna like this.
Here's the key to our apartment, Jane.
Here's my bridal gown. The princess up the side. Do you think I'll make her the wife for Arthur?
Of course you will. You ready, dear?
I'm ready now.
Perfect. Keep your eyes peeled, darling. If the governor's in the crowd, he'll follow us, and that should make it easy to capture him.
Nora, I'm not so sure I can fool anyone into thinking I'm a bridegroom.
Well, you'll have to try, darling. Jane and Arthur, you better slip out the side door to the corridor.
All right, and thanks a million. Come, Jane.
Nick, you do look just like a bridegroom. How did you manage it?
I thought the right thing to keep in mind, I guess.
And what's that?
The mental picture of a murder I know. Walking down the last mile to the electric chair. Come, dear.
The bridal suite is down the hall, Mr. and Mrs. Hornsby. Thank you. Come, my caveman.
Yes, honey bun. Are you supposed to blush a little, dear?
I've been trying all evening.
Choke a little. That'll make you blush.
All right. How's that?
No good. I hope the bellboy doesn't get too suspicious.
Here we are.
Come in, Chipperfoot.
All right. Good gracious. Aren't you going to carry the bride across the threshold? What kind of bridegroom are you, anyway?
I forgot.
Well, it doesn't hurt to forget such things. But if you forget anything else, I'll remind you.
Really?
Yeah, I know all about being a groom and what a bride should do. Oh, how interesting. How many times have you been a bride? Never. But I've seen so many couples. You see, Retail assigned me to take care of the bridal suite. I've made a study of honeymooners.
What's your name?
They call me Honeymoon Harvey. Well, come on now. Let's get started. Carry the bride across the threshold.
Okay, Buttercup. Duh. There.
You seem like a pretty weak group to me. Put it down and kiss her. I'll draw the shades.
Never mind.
Madam, are you going to tell me what to do? I know more about these things than you. The shades will be drawn. There. Where's your luggage?
Our bags will arrive later.
Later? Good gracious. Going on a honeymoon without luggage? I think I'll give you a lecture on...
Never mind. Here, boy, just leave us alone.
Well, now you're talking more like a honeymooner. I usually leave people alone for a bigger trip.
Don't you have something else to do?
That's how a man celebrating his 20th anniversary talks. You ought to let me give you a few tips on how a groom is supposed to behave.
I'll tell him. Mr. Honeymoon Harvey, are we keeping you?
Okay, I can take a hint. 12 bucks. If there's anything you want, anything I can do for you, any errands you want done, any advice you need, any information.
Don't worry, we'll call on you.
You better not, because I won't tell you a thing. Mr. and Mrs. Know-It-All, good night.
We didn't seem to fool him.
No, he must be a result of the manpower shortage. Darling, what are we going to do about clothes?
We'll phone our apartment and have Jane and Arthur send some over in the morning. Did anyone follow us here?
I didn't notice anyone.
By the way, how do you like the way I look in Jane's bridal gown?
You look blooming, dear, especially since it's a little tight on you.
It is not. Are you trying to imply that I'm not as slim and girlish as Jane?
No, darling. I'm trying to tell you Jane is not as charming and attractive as you, dear.
Nick, you make me feel like a real bride again. Come here.
What for?
Do as I tell you and stop acting like a husband.
I wish I could. What do you want?
Just this silly.
Hold me tight, Nora, and don't take your lips away.
Darling, at last you're a groom.
I'm not. I'm just being sensible. You're in danger.
What do you mean?
The connecting door to the next room is opening. We're being watched by someone. I want to surprise them.
I get it. You think it's the gunman who's after Arthur?
Maybe. I can see the glint of a gun in the crack of the door. Which hip do you prefer to land on?
The right. Less silvers from last week.
Okay, if the shooting stars, I'm going to push you over, stay on the floor while I try to rush the gunman, and if... I'm going after him. Hey, come back here. Come in the adjoining room. I've got him. I'll need some help.
I'm coming. It's dark in here. Where are you, Nick?
Wrestling on the floor, turning the light switch and get out of the way of bullets.
Here, switch. Nick, stop wrestling with that girl and find some your own size. Stop it. You're breaking my wrist.
Drop the gun and I'll let go.
Okay.
Get up.
Who's gonna make me though?
My wife.
Do you train him going around torturing girls?
Listen, who are you? What's your name?
Bingo Burns. What's yours?
I'm Charles. How'd you get the name of Bingo?
They call me Bingo because I'm the right number.
Why'd you try to kill us?
I made an honest mistake. I thought you were two other people. Look, pal, give me back my gun and we can pull the whole thing off. Forget about it.
Why do you want the gun? So you can kill someone else?
Not a woman. How'd you guess?
And would her name be Jane Hornsby?
You know too much. I'm getting out of here.
Hey, come back. Nora, stop her.
Oh!
Nice work, Nora. How'd you do it?
I tricked her. Cute little number, isn't she?
Bingo.
And now, Act 2 of tonight's Thin Man Adventure, Nick and Nora, posing as newlyweds, have just captured Bingo, a cute little number who tried to shoot them full of holes. Nora examines her as she comes out of her daze and tells Nick,
She looks good on the floor. Come on, Bingo. Get up and don't bother trying to get away again.
All right. Listen, are you Nick?
Yes.
No, I heard you're a right guy. I didn't mean to kill you, honest.
Did you mean to kill Jane Hornsby?
I knew a woman would understand. See? I confess.
Why would you want to murder her?
I got a very good reason. I don't like her. She stole Arthur from me. That little crook.
Was Arthur engaged to you?
Well, I didn't get around to proposing to him, but we were crazy about each other until she came along. I guess I'm just nuts about him. All I want to do is kill her. I love him so.
Were you at the wedding today?
Yeah, I was disguised as your debutante.
Did you try to murder her there too?
Murder a girl at her own wedding? What kind of person do you think I am? Did someone try and kill her?
Yes.
Goody. I bet I know who it is. Snaky Simon Stacy.
Who's Sneaky Simon?
A snake with pants on. I met him when I used to do my specialty in the cabaret. He's a gambler who hisses like a snake when he talks. And he's a friend of that Jane. She no Willie, she ain't.
What are you talking about?
Snaky Simon? I saw him at a wedding. And I saw him talking to Jane in Jersey, where they got secretly married.
Oh, you've been following Arthur around?
Like a dog.
Why should Jane be talking to Snaky Simon?
For some sinister reason, I bet.
I'd like to get a hold of this Snaky Simon.
I guess I can show you where he lives.
Not yet. First, we're gonna check with Arthur and his story business. Nora, phone our apartment.
All right, here.
Okay, Bingo, who are you working with?
What are you talking about?
What's the racket? Come on, spill.
I got nothing to spill but tears. You've got a deep misunderstanding of me. I'm just a poor, hard-working chorus girl who wants her a millionaire. But not for the money, mind you. For love.
Hello?
Hello, Arthur.
Nora.
Yeah?
Nora, I was just going to phone you. Something awful has happened.
What's going on?
James disappeared.
Are you sure?
I went downstairs for a minute, and she was gone when I got back. I know what the racket is now. I know why they terrorized me. They kidnapped Jane.
You stay there, Arthur. We'll be right over.
All right, I feel so terrible. Goodbye, Nora.
Goodbye. Nick, Jane's gone. Arthur said she was kidnapped.
All right, you go over there and tell them about Bingo.
Where are you going?
To find Snaky Simon, I got a good idea of where Jane is. Come on, Bingo.
No.
But Jane's kidnapped. They might even kill her.
Do you think Arthur's gonna like it if you behave like that?
All right. For the sake of the man I love, I'll rescue the tomato I hate. Leave us apart. I guess Snaky Simon isn't home.
Wait a second, Bingo. Here's some coming.
Yes.
Hello, Snaky Simon.
Hello, Bingo. Who's the friend?
The name's Nick Charles. Can I come in?
You can, but you can't.
Why not?
Because you ain't welcome.
You see the kind of low kind of snake he is?
I know who you are, Charles. What do you want with me?
I want Jane Hornsby.
I never heard of her. Now, scram!
Nick! He's sure it's bleeding blood!
Yes, he was shot from the back.
He's toppling forward!
I've got him, but I can hold him. Oh. Bingo, pull him off of me.
No. I won't touch him. He's full of blood.
So am I. This guy weighs 200 pounds. Pull him away.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Then I won't touch him. It's bad luck.
Ugh. There. Maybe I can squeeze out.
You're doing all right.
Yes, you've been a big help.
Don't mention it.
The killer may still be inside. Come on in.
If the killer's still in here, I'm staying right here. In the doorway.
It's alright, Bingo. Whoever shot him in the back escaped through the servants' entrance.
Oh, well, you better drag him in.
Okay. There. Well, I didn't expect this.
I didn't do it. I was with you every minute. I'm innocent. Absolutely, positively, as innocent as a baby. I'm innocent. Innocent and innocent.
Who said you weren't?
Do you think he kidnapped Jane?
He must be working with someone.
Oh, do not disturb yourself. I'll answer. Hello?
Hello, Chicklet. How's a little investment?
I'm fine.
Give me that phone, Bingo.
Here.
Hello?
Hello. Is that you, Snaky?
Yes, me. Who's it?
Jordy to Jeremy. Here you got the investment deal.
Yeah.
Ask when we're going to get the dividend.
Dividends?
You know what I'm talking about. What's the matter with you, Snaky? You sound odd.
I got some people here. Where can I see you?
My hotel.
Wait for me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What are you doing with the corpse, Snake?
Going through his pockets.
Wait, there's money making angles to this detective racket I never even thought of. Do I get a cut?
Here's his address book. I'm just looking at the character, the name George the German. Huh? This must be it. Hotel Chandelier.
Oh, that place. Yeah, you have to get a police record before the deal can let you register. Unfair.
We're going to see him.
What for?
We might find Jane there.
I hope she ain't dead. Nick, that man, he called me an investment. Is that an insult?
No, Bingo. I think that's the key to this whole mess. Remind me to call Nora from the lobby of the Chandelier.
No, we should have heard from by Jane by this time, or we should have heard from the kidnappers.
I'm sure Nick will find her, Arthur.
I can't believe that Bingo was mixed up in this. She's a good kid at heart. What if something happened on a guy's second wedding night?
I'll take that, Arthur. Hello?
Nora, is Arthur okay?
Yeah, why?
Snaky's been murdered. Listen, meet us in room 788, Hotel Chandelier. Get there as fast as you can.
Okay. Should I bring Arthur?
Yes, goodbye.
Goodbye. Come on, Arthur. We're going out.
No, I can't leave here. The kidnappers may contact me. I'll fix at the intermediary.
Arthur,
Jane, darling, oh my little fruit fly.
they were horrible, but they got scared and let me go. Oh, Arthur.
Mwah.
Arthur? What? Jake? We have to go meet Nick. Stop hissing and start breathing or you'll both suffocate. Arthur!
We don't need Nick now. Just close the door when you go out, Ross. My little gumdrop.
My tutti frutti.
Mwah.
My neck. Goodbye.
I don't know how to kill Snakey, and what's more, I don't like you here bringing all kinds of high-class rooms in my hotel suite.
Listen, George, I don't know who's the investment.
I'm the strong silent type, especially silent. Don't touch that glass.
I was just looking at it.
We're getting full of germs.
So that's why they call you George the Germ.
I don't let my friends tell me that.
What deal were you and Snaky?
Stop asking so many questions. I ain't telling you nothing, and you can't prove nothing on me. I not only kept my nose clean, I'm antiseptic.
Nick, I'm Arthur over here.
Hello, darling.
Don't kiss her, you dope. You never can tell what you'll catch.
Don't you ever kiss girls?
Of course not. Do you think I want to die?
Okay, Georgie, I think I had a good way to make you tell us what we want to know.
Hey, let go of me.
Bingo, if you want to get your man back, kiss George.
No, not that.
Oh, shut up.
Mwah.
Who's the investment?
I ain't saying.
Nick, let me kiss him.
Go on, darling. I'll hold his arm. Steady there, Georgie.
Another one. What's going to happen to me?
Something dire, I'm sure.
I can't bear it. I can't stand it.
Then talk.
No.
Let's kiss them together, Nora. That'll crack them.
Together, this is the end. You win, Nick.
Is Jane the investment?
Yes, Snakey and I put up money for her by clothes and such when she met Arthur Murphy. We financed the whole romance.
Wait, no wonder I didn't win. Nobody financed me.
What was going to be the payoff? Were you paying to kill Arthur?
That's right. Then Jane would get his deal and we'd all split.
Where's Jane now?
She's at our place, dear, with Arthur.
What?
She came in a second after you phoned. I left them in each other's arms.
Well, that's a good way to die, Zenny. Come on, we better get back there. I just hope we're not too late.
And now for the solution of tonight's thin man adventure.
Were you terribly worried about me, Sugar Plum?
I most certainly was, Jane, darling. Say, what are you doing with that gun, Dewdrop?
Just seeing how it works, and I'm never going to do that one again.
Where did you get it?
I packed it in my luggage. It works beautifully, dear. Just like this.
Nick, what are you doing here?
I live here. Or have you forgotten? Arthur, Nora's downstairs. She's got a surprise wedding gift for you. Leave it out and help her with it?
Sure, I wonder what it could be.
Jane, did you ever have your wrist slapped?
Not since I was a naughty little girl. What's the idea?
That's because you're a naughty big girl. Get that gun out of your hand.
Just what are you after?
A split on the take.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Arthur's money. I know who killed Snaky.
Do you?
Yeah, and this gun I got in my hand can send you to the electric chair. You better be real nice to me, Jane.
That wasn't so hard. Nick,
Do we do business?
anything you say? You're cute.
Isn't that funny? I think so too. Look, I got this pathy for Snaky's murder. I can use it for Arthur's too.
Who?
Georgie the Germ. I can frame him with this gun. Why'd you kill Snaky? Because you didn't want to split the tape?
Yeah, and because he wasn't patient and tried to scare me. Like when he started shooting after the wedding today.
Well, you better not try to double-cross me. We get rid of Arthur when I send him back?
Okay, how much do you want?
50% of what you get.
It's a deal. Give me back the gun.
Don't be silly, Jane. Arthur, Nora, bingo. You can come out of the kitchen now.
Dewdrop, you've deceived me. What is this?
A trap, Jane. We heard your confession and everything you said. We sneaked through the servant entrance.
You see, Arthur? She's a jerk with a heart of dirt. Like I told you. I love you. If you marry me, I want to try to bump you off. I love you. Artie?
All right, Nora, call the police and tell them to get the bridal suit ready at headquarters.
Poor Arthur. I bet I'll never want to marry again.
Don't worry, Bingo will be someone would change his mind.
She's a cute trick.
Yes, and Russ as well. It's amazing that a boy like Arthur can be such a darn fool about women.
Is it though?
Yeah, now take me.
Hold on. The only reason you didn't make a fool of yourself about women is that you did take me.
No, I was always very sensible.
Oh, really? What about that fortune teller you were going to marry because she told you it was in the cards? Or that trapeze artist you liked because she raised herself to great heights? Or that cowgirl cheerleader who was always rooting for you?
Oh, I was just young.
Yeah, I had to get you when you're old.
Well, darling, I was old enough to know what a wonderful girl I was getting.
That's really sweet.
I think so too. Let me say it tonight.
What?
Mwah.
Good night, Nora, darling.
One thing that we always do at the end of our performances is acknowledge our seniors. And we do have two of them with us today. Two wonderful people that I've been working with for a long time. My friend Isaac, who I've known since he was knee-high to a grasshopper, and who said to me, I just want to play a cop when he came to me in 7th grade. And I think he's played a cop just about every show. Isaac, thank you. Senior Matt, and Matt, I think these special for you. I thought they're not black, but they're close. Matt's been with us since 7th grade and learning and growing within the theater department, and always doing a wonderful job. And I'm going to miss you guys. I'm glad that we were able to pull something out of our collective past to do a performance for your senior year.